You're tuning in to Floridian Rollo. I'm your host, Floridian Rollo, and I'm coming at you with an early live stream. What's up, people? What's up? What's up? What's up? Want to give a shout out to Ringo TV Reactions because I'm not saying he's the first one. It's just that he's the one of many who probably did a review on the video. Now, he made mention of the part of this lady screening her. We're going to see if this lady's screening her. So it seems like that they going into this thing where they have other people to come on and ask her a question. Now, for those who don't know, when Ringo did the response video to her, she decided to take all her videos down. And because she decided to take all her videos down, he did say that she would do it, and she did do it. Now she's going around getting her name buzzed. See, let me explain something to y'all. This is all a situation everybody gets paid. She wants to get into the industry. It's kind of like how Aaron the plumber, you know, made his rounds and now he's in the industry, the low end of the industry. That's what she wants to get into because now when you go into these type of content podcast shows, that leads you to open up to other larger platforms. So it wouldn't surprise me if she goes on what's his face, Storm Moreau. She may go on his platform. She may go on DJ Academics. You know, maybe even Vlad down the road. You never know because these people are looking for energy opportunists. You get what I'm saying? They wasn't really asking her questions. So when I saw Ringo did his breakdown, they wasn't really asking her questions. It's pretty much to get her ready for the industry. So she's playing this victimization because she knows a lot of men want her. Unfortunately, a lot of men want her. And like Ringo stated, you got to be mindful of who you deal with. Now, you could tell a man that, and some of these men ain't going to fortunately get it until it really hits them. The point is, we're going to see what this psychiatrist have to say. I don't know who this guy is, to be honest. He's probably part of the podcast. I'm not sure because I just screened right through it to get to this point. So without further ado, if you're watching, you're tuning into the show, hit the like button. All right. I know many of you getting ready to go to the site. Some of you on the road. Salute to those who's on the road. Salute to those who's viewing. Salute to those who view later on. Salute to the mods, members in chat. We're gonna get right to it. Let's go.
Be unwavering, and that's the only reason why I frame my question like that. But my sorrows goes out to you. I hope that you can heal from this, and I appreciate you, Dr. Spirit, for talking.
She's looking at him like, I don't want to hear none of this. Why sign up for this? Because you want to get into the industry. You want to get into the industry, so get ready to be dealing with these culture vultures. I mean, this is what you sign up for. You go on this particular podcast, it's going to lead you to other podcasts. Everybody's going to want to interview you to get their cut. You want to get your cut, they pay you whatever they pay you. You ain't going on this show for free. It's no way because they got a lot of views having you on, so they pay you. So you just going through the emotions. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You're not even attracted to most of these guys on the show. Anyway, let's go.
To the lady.
I appreciate you as well. And please understand, for everybody that may be in the chat tonight, I want you to understand that it's not about defending anybody. It's not about debating anybody. The only thing that I want to do is offer as much clarity as possible because I want us all to be our best selves. And I wish that more pastors had Darwin's perspective. I wish.
Oh Lord, have mercy, the pastor. I had a feeling. I had. Why I'm not surprised it's a pastor. Oh Lord, Ringo, if you watching in the clouds, man, or whoever watch later on, Brainwaves, the list goes on, man. There's a pastor came on. That means I have to rewind the video. Hold on a second. Hold on. The pastor came on. We gotta listen to this pastor. Oh, let me see. Here we go. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, I gotta let the commercial go through.
Atlanta, Georgia. What's up with
ATL.
ATL here? So what's your question for us tonight, Darwin?
My question is, I noticed the woman said she saw the signs. So if you see the signs before your kids come into a picture, how much is this self-inflicted? Because me looking from that.
I said I didn't see the signs until after we were married already.
This pastor is trying to see what's up with her. And then you got the psychiatrist like, oh, here we go. Here we go again. Oh, now they got the pastor on. You know this is all initiation. This is initiation. This is confirmed initiation, y'all. But then you got this pastor from the Georgia. You already know what time it is. So this is crazy, man.
So we were already invested as a family at that point.
What I'm hearing is that your kids, you had kids after you got married, right?
Yes.
So
She's like, yes. Well, you sign up for this. You want to get in the industry. This is what happens when you go through initiation. You got to go through the pastor. You got to go through the administration, and the list goes on before they even try to put you on to what you need to do. Let's go.
you said in the beginning of the marriage, I think in another video or maybe even a day, you said in the beginning of your marriage, he was pretty much sexually violating you. So what I'm seeing is that you knew that this man was offensive or abusive, but then you went on ahead and had kids with him.
Why does this dude have his YouTube thing on for? Why he got his YouTube thing on? You talking on the show and you got your YouTube thing on. Take the what and leave the what?
So that means that for me, you put your kids in danger.
I think that that's the narrative that you want to put on the situation, but that's not the reality of what it was. And like I said, I was very
Because she's lying. You can't read through her. Of course you can't read through her because you want to read through her other ways. You want to put on this persona that you're going to ask these tough questions. Yet when you have your congregation going on, it's a whole different scenario. Let's continue.
heavily manipulated by scripture. He, would use it. He would get
No manipulation by scripture, lady. If he wants some, it belongs to him. If you want some, it belongs to you. Okay? Stop it with this manipulation scripture nonsense.
gaslight me, and after I hadn't even had, I don't even know if I was pregnant yet after the last time it
How you don't know if you was pregnant? You don't know your body very well? You got a lot of ladies like this, for real. You got a lot of ladies who don't even know their body very well. I told you guys this. I told you guys and ladies that this goes on. She's not seasoned. She's not a seasoned lady. Just because she has children by different men doesn't mean she's seasoned. This is why you got to be mindful of these type of ladies, because they'll be trying to put something on you or put one on you because they don't know how to deal with you and your way of doing things. When she wanted to manipulate him because she comes from that class of sprinkle, where they or taught to manipulate the man to get all his money and his insurance policy. Mainly that. Let's continue. Let's get back to the video.
Happened. So, in every other way, he was a good man. I didn't think that it was worth throwing my family away, or the family that we were trying to create, because he had done those things. And unfortunately, I didn't realize that that would mean that he would go on to abuse his own children. I don't know.
You know who this pastor is, right? Y'all know who this pastor is, so this should be no surprise that they chose him out of all these other pastors. She's just trying to explain herself to get through the scenario and make up stuff as time goes on, because she's making up a lot of stuff. And another thing I want you to know is she's wearing green, right? And the psychiatrist is wearing green. So she's trying to now present herself as nature. She wants to be coddled. So different colors have different vibration. And so she's going into the psychosis stage right now. And she's trying to mimic somebody. She's trying to evoke a spirit, a fallen one. And so expect her to be on more interviews, as I stated earlier. If she goes on those interviews, you'll remember you heard it from here. Let's go.
Know how someone would correlate the two. But that's just my opinion.
But now, Darwin, I want you to hold tight, because I think that was a valid concern. I think a lot of men feel that way. I mean, you could read through.
No. You're not talking like a logical man. You're talking like a guy who don't want to talk about real experience because you don't want to offend the person. You don't want to tell the person the truth. And your partner here is looking at you like, what? Even though he's coinciding with the situation. I mean, this is crazy. And then I want to point out something. You look at the photos, right? That lets you know about these particular individuals, of where their mindset is at. This is why she chose them. She did her research. She's not going to go on a podcast that's going to screen her. Even the ones you think is going to screen her will not screen her. Why? Because they made an agreement before she came on the show. She's not going to go on no real podcast show or a real one-on-one interview with a man that sees it. No way. I wouldn't be surprised if she goes on Anton Daniels. Now, Anton Daniels, I won't be surprised. You know why? Because it's bound to happen. He's part of that, club in a sense. And so, will he screen her? I don't think so. She needs to go on a show, a real one-on-one show, where the real questions come out. Get that real answer out of her. Because, see, she ain't going to go to a seasoned
comments of the
My fault. She ain't going to go to a seasoned man's interview. No way. Let's continue.
Video that went viral. A lot of men have this perception of what they think victimhood should look like.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, so you watching our show? You watching Ringo's show? You watching my show, Brainwave show, and other platforms. So now you telling us we don't know about real victims. That's what you're saying? Really? My goodness. I tell you, they be tweaking.
So, Dr. Spirit, I want to get your help here, because for the people who are posing this types of question, hey, if you've already experienced this abuse, or if you've already experienced some of these negative things, how could you continue to move forward in a relationship? Dr. Spirit, could you give us some context on why someone who has been victimized may continue to continue with the relationship?
Because
he wants to get with her. Old dude want to get with her. He want to get with her, and he want to go after him. Allegedly, supposedly. Anyway, let's go. Let's hear what the psychiatrists have to say.
oftentimes a victim believes that it's something that is unique.
Twisters is streaming exclusively.
Hold on. Here we go. All right, here we go.
they don't believe that the person that they love could be, even would consider doing more heinous things. Oftentimes they think that that's something that's specific to their relationship. So again, I don't know the story here, I don't know the backstory. But when we're talking about a victim of abuse, they don't necessarily think if I have children with someone, they will abuse someone too. And I want you to remember this, because it's very easy to sit back and judge somebody when you have a healthy mind in a space that is absent of trauma.
I think she has to be fair balance, because you got to think about her practice. And so while we hearing what she's saying, and there's a lot of people that go through what she's talking about, this one here is a great actress. She is, and I know they know that. They have to know that. If they don't know that, that lets me know what type of people we dealing with. Anyway, let's continue.
When you are caught in a cycle, the way that you see things, the way that you feel about things, the way that your brain operates is very different. So that may be also why you're hearing how she was perceiving relationships before she had therapeutic support and how she's perceiving those things now. And so I just want you guys to be very careful. It is very hard to understand what victims go through if you have never been a victim yourself. But one of the things that most victims will tell you on the other side of healing is that nobody is judging or critiquing them more, and nobody is suffering more than the victims who are going through the experience.
Well,
So
the reason
asking questions are important, but asking them from a place of objectivity.
He's looking very frustrated. The guy is agitated with these. He wanna get up in that, bring her to the house right now. He probably wanna bring her to the house. Because he's getting agitated. Them entities is kicking in on him. Them entities is swooping and swiping him left and right. Let's go.
Is even more important.
well, the reason
And
why I
Darwin,
framed
Darwin,
my
we're gonna
question-
let you close out here so we can get to the other callers. But go ahead, brother.
The reason why I frame my question like that is because she believe in what I believe in. I believe in God. So she gave
No, she don't believe in God. Neither do you. Stop bringing God into this. God has nothing to do with this. And the God you serve is not the God we serve. So let's get that correct, for one. And for two, oh my goodness. She wants to be a fraternist. She wants to be a fraternist guy. That's why she called herself the name she called herself. Because she wants to be a fraternity. And she wants to sacrifice men. Okay? And that's what she did with this guy. She sacrificed him to get some justification of trying to get what he has and get bankrolled. I'm telling you, man, these people be on one. They worship the father of Satan, not the father of God, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob. They don't worship the God of creation, of good. They worship devil who's trying to play God. Let's go.
me a source of a way to hold her accountable when she start saying God this and God that. And if you read the word, you would know that sexual immorality or physical abuse or anything like that is pretty much grounds for divorce. And that supersedes any type of gaslighting or emotional manipulation. If she's so grounded in the word and scripture, that actually supersedes any of the other offenses this man put towards her. And that's the reason why I framed my question like that. Because if we're gonna call ourselves spiritually driven and backed by biblical principles, started as my son in background, we have to be unwavering. We have to be unwavering. And that's the only reason why I frame my question like that. But my sorrows goes out to you. I hope that you can heal from this. And I appreciate you, Dr. Spirit, for talking to the lady.
I appreciate you as well. And please understand, for everybody that may be in the chat tonight, I want you to understand that it's not about defending anybody. It's not about debating anybody. The only thing that I want to do is offer as much clarity as possible, because I want us all to be our best selves. And I wish that more pastors had Darwin's perspective.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. She don't even mean what she said about this pastor. She know they all full of ish. She know they all full of ish. A lot of them is full of ish. Anyway, let's continue.
I wish that more church members had that perspective that says be unwavering in support of victims, because most folks who are working with church folks who are being wounded by their partners, who are being wounded by their spouses, who are being wounded by family members, if we were unwavering in abuse and we protected and stood up for one another, we wouldn't have victims stand in situations trying to take it to prayer closets, praying it away, acting like it doesn't matter, being ashamed, and keeping that trauma a secret. So here for healthy, however we have to find it.
Absolutely. And thanks so much, Darwin, for joining
I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. Let's get the next one up here. We got the.
Here we go. We got a lady in the building.
We got a young lady coming up here. What's her name? Ayana. Ayana, what's up with you, sister? How you doing?
Well, this is like.
We got a sprinkle lady in the building. Here we go.
Like such a sad story, just in general. So I first wanted to say I'm so sorry to Isis that you even had this experience.
Weight loss by Hims. GL.
Oh my goodness. Here we go. Yep. Before the year's over with, they're trying to get to the bag. They're trying to get to the bag before the year's over with, y'all. Let's continue.
I wouldn't wish this type of thing on anybody. My question is, in hindsight, is there any like small signs that now seem like they were a bigger thing? Like, is there anything that you can think back on possibly that maybe now you're like, oh my gosh, that might have been a signal that this person was an evil monster?
The signs were very, very small and covert, to be honest. When I think back little things, sometimes my daughter, it appeared that her and my husband, or both of my daughters and my husband had a very good relationship. But sometimes she would come when we were sitting together and she would say, "Mommy, I love you the most."
Look at these guys looking at her like, yeah, you better say, you know you're on this show, you better cohort everything you told us you're going to do. And then she got this water. I'm telling you, man, this is crazy. She got this water thing with the string. trying to be on point and trying to be clear, I'm clean, and I need some help. Oh man, they trying to make this over dramatic, man. Why this woman about to get booed up with somebody else, man? This is crazy. Let's go.
And she would only say it when he was around. So sometimes little signs like that, it's not always a red flag at the time, but now in hindsight, I'm like, was she just trying to tell me that she didn't feel safe around him?
Wow. Now, Dr. Spirit, I do want you to chime in on this because Isis did mention about, her spouse also being controlling as well. Mm-hmm. So what are some things that the ladies and also, guys should look for when it comes to identifying if a partner may, eventually become controlling or manipulative?
Well, there's a difference between controlling and manipulative and sexual abuse. So I want us to be very clear on that.
Gotcha.
And so when we're talking about how...
This lady is seasoned. Now, I will say this lady is seasoned with her craft, and she's seasoned if she's married. It looks like she's married, so she's a seasoned lady. The thing is, she has to do her practice. She has to be, balanced. Like she stated earlier, I'm not taking nobody's sides. So we have to give her credit for that. She just screening this lady. I don't think she believes anything she say for the most part. However, being that this is a show, you can tell by her frustration that she don't even believe what Isis is saying. Isis looked at the guy like, you better recognize me.
Do we protect children from sexual abuse? One of the things that we have to let them know is that we are unwavering in our protection of them. And as much as we love our spouses, their mommies, or their daddies, we don't love anybody and won't protect anybody more than we will protect them.
Amen.
And if they ever have something to tell us, we will believe them.
Amen.
So it's important for us to have those kinds of conversations with our children. It's important for us to use the right language about their body parts and about privacy. And especially to your point, Ryan, when you're talking about control, you want to make sure that children know that nobody has control over their bodies except for them. So not mommy, not daddy, and no one has the right to touch your penis. We don't call it a pecker or a Johnny or a Johnson. We call it a penis.
Listen, you want to skip this ad. I would too.
Hold on 1 second. All right, here we go. Let's continue.
A vagina, a pocketbook, or cookies, or cupcake, or anything else fun, we call it a vagina. We talk about breasts. We talk about having privacy and being able to cover up. We talk about you being able to take care of your private area.
The job of a parent is to protect their children, to not be only not touched, to know about themselves, and to also let them be aware of, if anything was to happen, come to me and let me know. And then the parent will look into it, of course, and if they see something wrong with their child, they're going to get investigators involved, or they're going to unalive the person, okay? If something was to go down like that. There's no getting around it. All right? It's a very, very serious thing. And is she really protecting her son? A lot of people saying it's her son. According to the ex-niece, it's her son that did this situation. That comes from another man. All right? Everything's gonna come out real soon. Like I said, she's trying to get into the industry, y'all. She's going through the door. She's trying to figure out which door she's gonna lead to, because it's 5 doors. So one of those 5 doors she's gonna lead to, and we're gonna know who she really is. And they're gonna tear her apart. Let's continue.
Is, and that if anybody touches you in ways that makes you feel uncomfortable, you can come and talk to me about it, and I will believe you, and no one will be in trouble in ways that will hurt you. And so we have to be emphatic about those conversations. We have to periodically ask our children, has anyone said anything to you that has made you feel uncomfortable? Has anybody asked you to keep secrets from mommy or from daddy and not tell us? Has anybody said that they want to do things to you or have done things to you and they tell you that if you tell, they will hurt me or they will hurt daddy? We have to learn how to be able to ask the right questions, because predators not only know how to scare our children, how to isolate our children, but also they know how to make our children have affection and care and regard for them. So even though they may feel uncomfortable, they may feel more uncomfortable telling on that individual. And so that's why we have to learn.
Well, they already did the test, and the test results is he didn't touch his own daughter. He didn't touch his own daughter. So, I mean, this is all to get her into the industry, because this is what she wanted for a long time. That's why she not only took her videos down because of what Ringo said, she took it down because she's part of it going through the humiliation. She's going through the humiliation initiation. She wants to be in Hollywood badly. And I believe that's why she took a lot of her videos down, because she was trying to be Hollywood. Do Sprinkle Sprinkle, who denounced her. Sprinkle Sprinkle denounced her ASAP. Let's continue.
Learn how to take care of our children and let them know that nobody has the right to make them feel uncomfortable or do things to them that are outside of your purview as their parent.
One thing I do want to say, Dr. Spirit, is that these type of conversations are conversations I have with all of my kids, just as a woman who has been a survivor of CSA. And I did use the language, mommy and daddy. Only mommy and daddy can clean you, only mommy and daddy. But now in hindsight, I just wish I would have said mommy. And that's the sad thing. And I know that that's not going to be every woman's story, thank God, but...
Look good.
All right, let's continue.
I think something else that's very important that we talk about tonight is as you talk about healing and mentioning being a survivor of CSA, it is so important that we recognize that when we are dealing with sexual abuse, no matter what age we experience it at, it increases our risk for being abused in sexual ways and physical ways and emotional ways as we get older. So I want to make people aware of that tonight, because if there is anyone who is a victim of any form of abuse, especially in their childhood, who is having relationship problems over and over and over, choosing narcissistic partners, choosing people who abuse them in relationships over.
She's the one who's narcissistic. All right, let's get to this lady here. Here we go.
My question would be, what are the psychological implications of platforming your experience? How do you navigate the backlash that comes with sharing your experience? Because like even reading the chat, like it's been like typed before it even like got live. So my thing is like, how do you steward that type of platform in a way that's going to bring you peace ultimately?
My peace comes from God, because he's the one that's leading my steps, and that's been my prayer every day.
No, you don't represent the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob, the God of Abraham, the God of gods. You worship other gods because you have a name of a goddess, a fraternity goddess. Okay? That's what you're talking about. Anyway, let's go.
God lead my steps. And I felt like God wouldn't let me move forward in life until I spoke my truth, because it's just been swept under the rug for so long.
You notice she got her sleeve down, right? Listen, it's so much I could break down with the sleeve being down and one sleeve up, one sleeve down. I mean, this is all to get you to feel sorry for her type of moment. I mean, they put her on to how to get everybody involved and all worked up, and we don't like men, we tired of men type of thing. Yet it's still, when she gets off the podcast, she may have a man ready for her. Let's continue.
You know, generationally. And this isn't something that's just affecting my own family. This is affecting more families than we know. And it was important to share, especially.
We don't see no tears coming down, so I don't want to hear all this gibberish. And the seasoned lady, they call her Tortured Spirit, knows this is BS. However, she has to be fair and balanced when it comes to this topic, because it's a very serious topic, even though she's not telling the truth.
Especially in the wake of the Menendez brothers case and just all that's going on in the world with, you know, all these predators being exposed. And Cat Williams was very prophetic when he said that this is the year.
She mentioned Cat Williams now. Come on now. Yeah, Cat Williams telling the truth. You're not telling the truth. You still want to get in the industry. I mean, this tells it right here. And I did not watch this video. I'm watching it in real time like y'all. Watch this again. Listen.
This is affecting more families than we know. And it was important to share, especially in the wake of the Menendez brothers case and just all that's going on in the world with, you know, all these predators being exposed. And Cat Williams was very prophetic when he said that this is the year. Time is up. This is the year. And I knew I had to say something.
So I want to, it's
Great question, Brianna.
Yeah, great question, Brianna. Really, really great question, because this is a unique situation, Dr. Spirit. This ISIS has.
The young lady doesn't believe her too. I could look and tell at the young lady's face. She don't believe her hogwash. She don't believe anything ISIS is saying. I could tell. I'm looking at the ladies. The guys want to play coolest. They want to play dumb. I'm looking at the ladies, the seasoned lady and this young lady with the glasses. They're not buying the BS. They're not buying it. I'm telling you, I can see the expression.
Has put out a testimony video that got.
Look at her looking at him. Look at her. Trying to put a spell on him right now.
2.5 million views, somewhere around at this point. So, I mean, she's being inundated. I can imagine.
Oh, so they're talking about views, you see? It's all about the views. It ain't about the victim. It's about the views. Because she agreed to get paid. She agreed to get paid. She ain't come on this show for free.
With probably emails, comments, DMs,
phone calls, everything.
Phone calls,
people,
family,
just,
people from elementary school. Anybody.
Oh my gosh, it's just been crazy.
And I can imagine it's all types of emotions, right? You got the people who are, reaching out with love and support, and you got the other people who are pissed off, who are probably, calling you a liar, telling you that all these different things are happening.
Where's the accountability?
Yeah, she is lying. So you watching the people that is critiquing her. And could tell that she lying. You believe everything she said because you want to get up with her, or the other guy want to get up with her. I'm looking at the lady's expression because it tells a lot. We got a comment in the comment section. Let's look at the comment. This person says, I just came in and was like, she looked like an actor talking. She wants to get into the industry. She wants to get into the industry. She comes from Sprinkle Sprinkle's channel. If you're familiar with Sprinkle Sprinkle, we don't mention Sprinkle Sprinkle's name over here. She is a student of Sprinkle Sprinkle, and basically she wants to get into the industry. So she's going through the humiliation door ritual. It's 5 doors. She want to get into one of the 5 doors. She hasn't made her decision yet. So by her coming on this podcast, she's going to go on DJ Vlad, more likely, DJ Academics. You have, who else I mentioned? Oh my goodness, I mentioned somebody else. Storm Monroe might, you might even have, what's his face? I just mentioned his name. How can I? Hold on, Storm Monroe, DJ Vlad, DJ Academics. It's another podcaster. Oh my goodness. I forgot who it is. I really forgot. And she gonna go through that process to get to the next step. Because she's trying to get into Hollywood Valley. So what you're saying is true. She's really acting on this podcast. All right, let's continue back to the show.
Ability, so for everything.
Yeah.
100%. So, I mean, that's a unique situation, Dr. Spirit, to kind of be dealing with that whirlwind, of other people being involved in your business at this point. And you're a content creator. So the thing about it is that is your job, because you put them in your business as a coach because you were really helping these ladies. So you almost had a responsibility to tell them these other things and involve them in your advancement. But this is a different level of trauma and, just energy even coming your way.
Yeah.
Because you're harvesting the energy. You're harvesting the energy to get everybody wrapped up. All right. Let's get to the next caller.
So you get the grant.
That person looks familiar too. This person looks familiar. Chandler. Here we go.
Thus, it had to be said.
There you go, Chandler. I mean, it seems like you're gonna be brief and brilliant on that one. It's really
I don't know what else to say. That's all it is. This isn't about views. It's not about anything.
Oh, yes, it is about views. Yes, it is. Now you want to play dramatic. It's about views. Now you're getting upset. I mean, look at the psychiatrist. She looking like, yo, why I got this lady on? You got me on here and thinking she's serious. Yo, they is grilling her right now. The chat is grilling her. Let's continue.
Other than I thought that maybe, YouTube is my only source of income. I was like, maybe I will help some of my community in updating them just to be aware that this could happen. I had no idea that this would go viral to this extent. I had a small...
No. You knew this was going to go viral. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying the nonsense. You knew this was going to go viral. So if you didn't want this attention, then why you put it on YouTube? If you did not want this attention, then why you put it on YouTube? Oh, I'm not buying this BS. I'm not buying this BS. Let me put it back. Let me put it at the hour 51 minute mark. Hold on 1 second. We got a member in the house, Corey Bennett. What's going on, man? Grand Rising, likewise, fam. I'm telling you, this is crazy.
About anything. Other than I thought that maybe, YouTube is my only source of income. I was like, maybe I will help some of my community in updating them just to be aware that this could happen. I had no idea that this would go viral to this extent. I had a small YouTube channel.
You have a small YouTube channel that gained a lot of money. You got a lot of money, and that video still up to this day. You got over 3 million views last time I checked. You making a lot of money. You took everything else down and kept that video up. So we don't want to hear about, oh, I got a small YouTube channel and I didn't expect to go viral. I mean, something serious like that, of course it's going to go viral. And now you capitalize off of that. You banked on it. You just admitted that this what you was doing. That was your only source of income. So why would you take down the other videos? Because you don't even believe in what you say. Let's continue.
Do. I never expected all this to happen, but God kept saying, you need to tell the truth.
No, you speak to Satan. Satan told you that we need to sacrifice this guy and have everybody attack him and make him lose his income because he's not falling in graces of going against his belief. So he believes in the truth. You don't believe in the truth. You're the one who's unequally unyoked. Let's go.
Truth. Because I glorified this man in public. I made it seem like it was a fairy tale, and in a way it was. It seemed like it was.
Because you still want him. You can't control him. You can't control him. Look at the expression of the psychiatrist. And look at him. Yeah. Look at these two like, we'll give you a hug after the show. Hold on a second. Listen again.
I had no idea that this would go viral to this extent. I had a small YouTube channel. I still do. I never expected all this to happen, but God kept saying, you need to tell the truth. Because I glorified this man in public. I made it seem like it was a fairy tale, and in a way it was. It seemed like it was. But it wasn't. It wasn't.
And Dr. Spirit, just to give you an idea, because I know you are really in the dark about the situation, the purpose of ISIS's YouTube channel was to help ladies find a husband.
Oh my goodness. She let all those ladies down to the lake of fire. She let all those ladies down to the lake of fire. Them ladies should be going in on her because she led them into some madness, following sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Anyway, let's continue.
Within a year.
Absolutely. Which is obviously the story line that she had herself. And that was what most of the content was about, which is, again, why she is now communicating, why she felt compelled to communicate that it wasn't what you said it was.
Well, there was things going on that I wasn't even aware of that this man was doing.
Yeah.
He played everyone around me. Everyone around me was shocked. They couldn't believe that he would do such a thing. He seemed like such a good dad.
We're going to leave it at that, y'all, because see, what she's doing is a grandstand, towards the end of the podcast. She's doing a grandstand at this point, because if he did this, he would be in jail right now. I don't want to hear that he's not in jail and you already did the test. He already did the test according to his niece, and there's no semen and there's no indication that he did something to his own daughter. Because you couldn't have your way with him, he may have other ladies. And I'm not buying that you didn't know he had other ladies. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. So, hey, look. Tell me what you think in the comment section. Thank you, Corey. We got Fagari123 in the building. So she's putting on a show. She wants to get into Hollywood. So if we start seeing her going into celebrity icon, channels such as DJ Academics, Star Moreau, if she gets interviewed by DJ Vlad out the blue, and it's another content creator. I can't remember the name right now. I'm trying to think of the name. Hold on 1 second. Let me see. I didn't say lead attorney. I'm trying to think of the person's name. I just can't remember. If it must be for a reason. It must be for a reason. The point is, you might see her on one of those podcasts. It's not No Jumper. I could see her No Jumper going to interview her too. Yeah, it's somebody else that I made mention of. So she's gonna make her rounds. She's trying to figure out what door she's gonna go through before she starts being on entertainment news and all these other things. Because at the end of the day, she's trying to brand out, and they helped her because they're part of the elite, the lower elite club, and she had to go to somebody, and they told her to go on this podcast. They're gonna give you some money. You gotta do what you need to do. We need to see you, finagle as many people as possible. Just be mindful, y'all. We're in a time such as never before. Like the Bible says, we're in a time such as never before. So be mindful, be vigilant, be sober out there. Keep doing your thing. And I'll talk with y'all later on. Members only, I got a video for you coming out. I'm going to do my video for y'all. To the video folks and to the shorts folks publicly, I have something for y'all later on today, more likely. You're tuning into Floridian Rollo. I'm your host, Floridian Rollo. Thank you all for tuning in to the show. I'm out. Peace.